Welcome to another episode of the Mixtape Matinee Podcast. I'm your host, Cole, and today, again, I'm flying solo. Court is taking kind of a long vacation, so I'm going to be kind of holding down the fort here on the podcast. But today, I have two special guests. I have my brother-in-laws on. I have Payton Johnson and Asher Johnson on. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Hey, it's me, Asher Johnson.
Glad to be here, ready to talk about some movies.
Yeah, you guys are just coming from Oregon, coming to visit family for Thanksgiving. And so Asher had the great idea. Why don't we go see Zootopia 2 and talk about it on the podcast?
At the ZPD, partnership is the cornerstone of success.
No, carrots! Whoa! Beautiful!
You want to put bad guys away?
Ow! Stop pulling my ears, stop pulling my ears. Never pull a bunny's ears.
Be on the same page every day.
Jiggle it, let's go. I got this. Here's the fuzz!
Toot toot.
Everybody run!
Well, can't win them all.
Come on, get on up.
Let me ask you something. Do you think we're a good team?
Of course.
Into a zoo.
I just wish I knew what we had to do to prove it to everyone else. We check the perimeter, snoop a little, we find nothing, we bail.
No snake has set foot in Zootopia in forever.
Keep the music playing.
There's a snake!
Stop in the name of the law! Snakes aren't the bad guys. I have to set things right. And when I do, my family will finally be able to come home.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty good. I say it's worth the watch.
So Asher, you're still in school. And you make claymation movies, right?
Not really anymore. But someday I'll get back into it.
Yeah. And what grade are you in again? I forgot.
8th grade.
8th grade. Holding it down in Tigard, Oregon, huh?
Wow.
And then Peyton, you just got a new job.
Yeah, I just finished doing logging for about 2 years, and now I'm out starting a new job out in Bend doing a ranch hand, working with horses.
That would be awesome. And wait, how did you get that gig again? I forgot.
An old friend from firefighting worked out there and was able to volunteer for a day, and then talked to them and got a decent job.
Which is cool because you like working with animals a lot. So
yeah, it's a lot better than worrying about trees trying to hit you.
But yeah, like I said, Asher had the idea of going to see Zootopia, so we're just going to talk about that. We just went and saw it last night in theaters, and we saw it in 3D.
3D.
Whoa. Me and Tabitha were kind of talking about it. I feel like most of the time 3D doesn't really add to the movie experience, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think the 3D added to the experience?
It's more of a gimmick nowadays, not really anything interesting.
What did you think about the 3D, Asher?
It didn't really change the story. It didn't really do anything. It was pretty cool. I haven't seen a 3D movie in a while. I kept the glasses.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
There you go. A little souvenir for you. Well, yeah, like we said, so Zootopia just came out. Zootopia 2 just came out just barely like last week? Something like that.
It was this week. It was like the 26th.
Oh, yeah, it was the 26th. Oh, my birthday.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Just right before Thanksgiving. So this is a pretty new film. And the first one, Zootopia, that came out in 2016. So It's been a few years.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out in 2016 when I was 16 years old.
Whoa, really? That's kind of crazy that it's been that long since they have put the first one out.
Yeah, about 9 years, I think.
Do you want to explain the plot a little bit, Peyton, of what this is? Because the first movie is kind of Judy Hopps and Nick getting together, and then in this one, it's almost like they're just trying to work through their problems and still stay together, even in this film.
The timeline-wise, it seems like it was a week after the entire incident, at least what I could see from what they were doing in the movie.
Yeah, from like the flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah, and they were still trying to figure out like how they would work as partners and still trying to be the gung-ho rookie team that would go through and solve all of the cases, but ended up putting themselves in deep water by going against their the commissioner or the head of the police.
Mm-hmm. The chief of police.
Yeah, chief of police. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, this is a new story about a snake that gets involved in the mix and there's a new mystery that they gotta solve. There's like a new underbelly of Zootopia that they have to figure out. And I don't know if we want to have spoilers, but we can. But that's kind of the main gist of the film. The plot line is they're just trying to figure out why reptiles are. I mean, they kind of got a bad rap, and there's this incident where a snake was framed, and then they have to figure out the mystery behind all of it. So, and then along the way, they realize that they need. I mean, by the end of the film, they need to communicate a little bit better with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I liked the movie a lot. I thought it was just as good as the first movie. Me and Tabitha were talking about it. I think I'd give it a 3 out of 5, which is pretty solid. But I don't know. What did you guys rate it?
I'd probably say about the same. It very much seems like even after the long hiatus on waiting for the second movie, they didn't really try anything new with the plot, and it seems fairly similar to the first one.
Yeah.
Like, it was fun adventure, but I think they could have tried a little harder on at least giving us a different plot compared to the same
first
premise.
one. Yeah. The jokes were funny, the little side gags.
Yeah.
Those were funny that they threw in there. And then the character of the beaver, she was pretty funny. Like, I know you were cracking up a couple times when she kept talking about the threesome and foursomes.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. What would you rate the film, Asher?
Probably the same. I don't think it was like super good, but I would say it's worth a watch, and I would probably see it again.
So it's good enough that you'd see it again, yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel like it compares to the first movie?
I think the first movie had a little more of a twist. So I would say the first movie might be like a little better. Mm-hmm. I did kind of like that she had to like go undercover, away from the government and stuff. So that was a little different.
It's kind of funny because near the end there is. I guess we'll just go into the spoiler section, but near the end she's like, "Sorry, I have PTSD of like people like turning on me," and then all of a sudden like the character like turns on her like right when she says that. So I thought that was kind of funny. And I guess it's very similar to the first movie. They just exactly like what you said, Payton. They just used the exact same thing. We'll show you this character that you think's all nice, and then at the end they turn on him.
Yep, boom.
And
evil.
then ends up turning into an insane character. I know we talked about it, but it is funny. There's that one scene where they have a reference to The Shining, which was kind of funny with the whole the hedge scene. Yeah, the person that goes against them at the end is the Lynx. What was it, Paubert? Yeah.
Yeah, Paubert.
It's a funny name, played by Andy Samberg. Yeah, and then you find out that the Lynxley family is the family that framed the reptiles, and that it was a snake that actually invented the whole system that Zootopia runs on, with all the different climate controls and all of that.
The weather walls.
Yeah, the weather walls. Another thing that's similar from the first one is they had to have Shakira back on,
Of course.
and write a new pop song for the movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as big as the first one. I remember that one was pretty big, but so that was kind of something similar. And then so it's kind of cool. The snake is played. We kind of talked about this before, but the snake's played by the actor Hee Kwai Jong. He's that Vietnamese actor that he's most famous for being in The Goonies when he was a child.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he was the.
Yeah, that's him. So it was kind of cool seeing him in a voice role. And then Andy Samberg, he plays the lynx that turns evil. Oh, and then it was funny hearing Danny Trejo. He was the lizard that they go see. Did you recognize that was Danny Trejo?
I'm not too great with actor names. I usually do a lot better with faces.
Yeah, that's him. The guy that's in Spy Kids and stuff. Oh. He was the lizard that they go talk to in the ship.
All right.
The one that like walks on water. He runs away. But yeah, do you guys have any other thoughts on it? I mean, I think everybody should go see it. It's an entertaining film. We saw it with a pretty big crowd too, so there was a lot of people in the theater.
I mean, I waited 9 years for them to finally do a second one because they released the Zootopia Plus on Disney Plus, which just had small adventures going throughout the Zootopia world. But it was nice to finally see the dynamic duo back together.
They had that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had a few small things on the side characters and stuff going through it. And then I think there was a backstory on Mr. Big as well, and like seeing how he actually got the mafia ties.
Oh, really? That's cool. How many episodes are there? I didn't know that was a thing.
I can't remember, but I think it's only a handful. There wasn't too many on it.
So they kind of just made those in between the two films, just to like say, hey, we got some stuff here for you. But we talked about it a little bit before we watched the movie. But you were telling me, that the movie's pretty big in the furry community.
Yeah. So the first one back in 2016 was a huge. There's a huge community event in the furry community where like it was one of the first anthropomorphic movies, like mainstream anthropomorphic movies that ended up bringing a lot of furries and actually getting a lot of people to go into the fandom as well because of it.
I didn't realize that. Just because it was so kind of normalized. Is that kind of how that happened?
A little more, and then it was more of like furries actually seeing more representation for their community, even though it technically wasn't trying to do that. It was just more of a keystone to it.
So is it like more like people get into wearing just the regular furry costumes, or do they have furry costumes for the characters in the movie?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I know like some people were more open with like sharing their personas and stuff like that. Like I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually like wear Judy Hopps or Nick Wilde stuff, but they'll have like a bunny costume or a fox one, which fox one's already pretty popular in the community.
That's cool. It's a world that I don't know a whole lot about. Do you think that they're gonna like this new one?
Probably.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been waiting the 9 years to see the second one.
Have you heard any I know the movie just came out, but have you heard anything from people online talking about it?
Not yet.
Like, do people like it or hate it?
I'm not as big online as I was when I was back when I was 16. Yeah.
Back when the first movie came out. Well, that would be kind of interesting to see what people make of it and everything. So, any other final thoughts, Asher?
I don't really know. There's not too much. I really like the actors.
Yeah.
That guy that played the snake, what was his name again?
Ki-Yon Kwan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. Probably not pronouncing that very good, but
Yeah, I feel like he's been popping up a little more in movies today. Like, he was in Love Hurts last year. And I just feel like he's been in more movies now.
yeah, I think the reason behind that was because of his role in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I'm
That
pretty
was,
sure
like,
didn't he
the
play
role-
the dad in that?
Yeah, he was the dad in that. That was the one that kind of got him back into acting. I mean, I think he's been trying to act for a long time, but yeah, he has talked about that role kind of got him back into it. And yeah, he's been playing a lot. He was in Kung Fu Panda 4. I guess he plays Han. I didn't know that. And then, Love Hurts. And then the other one was The Electric State. I haven't heard of that, but I guess it's a science fiction movie on Netflix.
Yeah, it's what it was originally a book that basically showed the entire like cyberpunk dystopia.
Oh,
I
didn't
think
know
it
that.
came out in the 80s, maybe even before that. I could be completely wrong on that. But
yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So-
then recently Netflix did a little movie or something on it.
Also, I didn't realize that he was also on X-Men and also this movie called The One. He was an assistant fight choreographer. So he helped with the fight scenes, which is
Okay.
kind of cool. And then he's done some TV stuff, like he was in Loki, I guess. He played like a small role in there. And then he was in the show White Lotus, which I've heard a lot about, but I haven't watched it. It's
Yeah,
on
I haven't
HBO.
I haven't heard anything about.
So
White
yeah,
Lotus.
he has come back. So you're right, Asher. He's been coming back. And this is probably only going to help his career being in Zootopia 2.
Yeah, so we're probably definitely going to see him more often now.
Yeah, I think he does a great job. I mean, when I saw or Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
And he did an awesome job in that one. Oh, and then the other person too that's kind of new in the new Zootopia movie is Patrick Waterburn. He plays the Stallion Mayor. He's the same guy that does Kronk in Emperor's New Groove.
Okay, yeah, and I knew I recognized his voice.
Yeah. He's got one of those voices that you can just tell like instantly that that's him. That's him for sure. I didn't realize this, but the two other Linksley characters in the film, they're played by Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song, which they're married in real life.
Oh.
I didn't realize that was their voices. I didn't know who played them, but yeah. Those were some other actors that kind of surprised me in the film.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Asher, did you like the jokes in the movie?
Yeah, they were pretty funny.
Which was the funniest joke to you in the film?
I don't remember most. I just remember, I know Payton was definitely laughing.
Peyton was laughing at the beaver jokes.
Yeah, and
for
I
sure.
loved that beaver. It was hilarious. Takes a threesome to be some.
Yeah.
What was it? I can't remember what the foursome one was. It
remember
was
what
hilarious though.
Yeah, I can't remember what the foursome was either, but that was funny. The other funny thing that there was like this little gag when they're like in one of the chase scenes, they're going through a restaurant and then there's a tiger making ratatouille and then the hat gets pulled off and there's a mouse on top.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I knew it. That was a funny little gag that they threw in there.
Also, they bumped into the Coca-Cola bear.
Oh, that's true, huh? There was a polar bear that was about to drink a Coca-Cola. And they stole his scarf.
Yeah, the whole Coke polar bear.
Is-
There's a few other small ones here and there that I probably didn't catch.
Those were the main ones that I'm thinking of. So it's always kind of fun when they throw in those little funny tidbits. And then we didn't see it, but there's a post-credit scene at the end of the film.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be, but we wanted to leave, so
So did you watch that? I saw it online.
no, I
It's
didn't.
basically just it's just Judy coming home and she plays the recording of what Nick said.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. And then her neighbors are like yelling at her.
Yep. Yeah, the two same neighbors that she had from the first one.
Yeah, they're in it. So that's kind of like the post-credit scene.
Yeah, the two mooses.
Is that what they were?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
they were mooses or like deer. I think they were mooses though.
No, I didn't realize that. That's kind of
If they're mooses, it might be a tie back to the brother bear or the two mooses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you've seen them in the original.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you do. Once. You also see like a picture of them, I think.
Huh. I didn't realize that. I might have to go back and watch the first one. Any good animes or other things that you're watching?
Yeah,
or
I
doing?
mainly been keeping up on just the weekly episodes like To Your Eternity, Dr. Stone. There's another one that I've been liking quite a bit. Can't really pronounce it, but it's like a Gachu Kuta or something like that. Mm-hmm. They're like basically people live in a world of trash and there's a high civilization that floats up above them, but there's this weird like in-between world that most of the time when people fall down from that area they die, but the main character hasn't. Mm-hmm. That's a decent series.
Cool. Maybe I have to check those out. Now that you gave me the Crunchyroll thing and I haven't really used it, I need to use it more.
I gave it to you forever ago.
I know. It's my bad. So, well, thanks for being on, guys, and talking about the movie.
Yeah.
So I hope you see the movie and get some butter popcorn. I like mine extra buttery.
Yeah, get some buttery popcorn. All right, see ya.